Tonight I will take you with me to the heart of Africa, to the tiny nation of Rwanda. And of course we will travel in style aboard their national airline, Rwandair. Hello and welcome to another flight review and welcome to Brussels. Today I and my strong Swiss accent are gonna take you with me via Paris to Kigali in Rwanda, in Africa, on a Rwandair flight, an Airbus A330 in business class. So let's check it out. Check-in hasn't opened yet, but it's due to open in around 5 minutes. So pretty good timing. Rwandair offers a dedicated business class check-in desk, which, however, at this early stage of the check-in wasn't a big time saver, as there barely were any other passengers around yet.
Hello, bonjour.
All checked in, and over there I can already see the Rwandair Airbus A330. This Airbus A330-200 has been delivered to Rwandair in September 2016, fresh out of the factory, and it is equipped with a total of 244 seats. So let's go to security and leave the Schengen zone and then the lounge. Through security and immigration, and now let's check out if we find the lounge. And what's pretty nice here at Brussels Airport, there's a fast track for business class, which saved me around 15 minutes of queuing at the security. I think I found the lounge and I like the name of it. Let's see if it keeps the promise. Wow, this lounge is huge and it looks quite nicely furnished. By the way, lounge access is included in the Rwandair business class ticket, in case you were wondering. As you see, it is quite a nice lounge, but when it comes to food and beverage, I think it's more into the category better than nothing. But it is indeed very cozy to stay here, so I don't mind spending here 1 or 2 hours. Enough of lounge, let's go to the gate and check out the aircraft. I just saw it was being pulled to the gate. Here it is, my Rwandair Airbus A330-200. That will bring me to Paris and then to Kigali. Rwandair currently operates the Airbus A330-200 and -300. The -200 is the variant I will be flying today, and it comes with 20 seats in business class, 21 in premium economy, and 203 seats in economy. My seat today is going to be 4 Alpha, with the seat closer to the window and with a direct aisle access, as all business class seats have on this aircraft. It's been a while I have flown on an African airline, so I'm very curious how that's gonna be. I don't have a lot of experience filming on African airlines, so I'm not quite sure how open-minded they are when they see somebody filming in the cabin, even if I only film myself or the hard product. But just in case, I will keep a little bit of a low profile. Just in case. About a minute ago, I saw the crew boarding the aircraft and they were all super smiling. Well, this gave actually a pretty nice first impression of Rwandair. Well, we'll see how it goes now, but so far, so good. I mean, who doesn't like a smiling crew on the flight? It's finally boarding time, pretty much on time, and I'm excited to try out Rwandair's business class for my very first time. Strangely, the door to the jet bridge looked still locked, and I didn't dare to try to push it open. I don't want to risk an alarm going off. Eventually, a guy from Rwanda came and opened the door, and I was the first person on the jet bridge to board the aircraft today. It seems the cabin crew wasn't quite ready yet to welcome guests on board, so I was asked to wait a moment by the aircraft door. This gave me a chance to have a first overview of the Rwandair business class in these green, brown and grey colors. And the IFE screens all show a gorilla baby waiting for us. Eventually I was led into the cabin where I find my seat for tonight, 4 Alpha. Welcome aboard the Rwandair Airbus A330. I'm in seat 4 Alpha in business class. On my seat I found this massive pillow. and a blanket for tonight. The seat feels super soft and I can feel all the frames, but I see actually I can adjust it so I can make it a bit firmer and this will be more comfortable. I'm gonna try it out right now. Oh yes, much better. I think it was completely deflated and now it's super comfortable. The legroom is absolutely promising. I can't even reach the end, at least not in the sitting position. And in front of me I have this IFE screen, which is about this size compared to my hand. And I see the screen has this USB port and probably this is the headphone socket. Next to the IFE screen I have the safety card of this Rwandair Airbus A330. Our version is the -200. And down here I see some magazines and a sickness bag. But this business class seat looks so much better than I expected. Especially from not the newest aircraft, Airbus A330-200. On my right I have quite a large surface to put things, which is quite nice. Below here this looks like seat presets. And then the actual seat settings we find here that we saw before. This here looks like a reading light. Then I find a bottle of water, a Rwandair amenity kit, and this looks like the headphones. We'll look at both a bit later. And here I also find this rather minimalistic IFE control. This looks like, I think this must be the headphone socket and additional power outlets. And you know what's amazing? I have nobody in front of me and nobody behind me, so I'm not bothering anybody with my camera. Overhead I find individual reading lights, but no air fans. As with any good business class, a wet hand towel is offered, to freshen up a bit and to provide a feeling of a clean start into the journey ahead. I have received a welcome drink and I went for an orange juice. They also offer champagne and water. Cheers to a beautiful flight.
Sit nearest to you and remember that they can be behind you. Electronic devices such as tablets, e-readers and mobile phones fastened, adjusted and unfastened after decompression. Oxygen masks will drop. Please sit back, relax and enjoy this flight with Rwandair.
May we take this opportunity to wish you a pleasant flight.
We are on our way, not yet to Kigali, but to Paris. I'm not sure if they offer a fifth freedom flight between Brussels and Paris, but I believe they refuel in Paris. While the aircraft and the cabin and especially the business class seats look super nice and inviting, the windows are beyond filthy. Wow, what a view! I must say Brussels looks nicer at night than at day. We are airborne obviously, so let's try out the preset lounge position.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that we have duty-free on board.
So it looks like our flight time to Paris is less than 1 hour, and they just announced that they are not gonna offer any beverage or any service on the short leg. And I have checked out the in-flight map, and I mean it looks nice, but it's not interactive at all. So yeah, it's just this loop of information. While there is no service on this first leg, let's take the chance and have a look at the IFE. So you have the home button, then movies. And I see we have 144 movies, which is not too bad. So, well, at least more than what I expected. And if you wonder what my camera is doing, it's tilting because we are doing a curve and I have a gimbal, so it just stays straight. But just ignore it and let's quickly browse through the movies, the 144, and then we can go to TV. Big Bang Theory. Otherwise, TVs, it says 86 episodes. Audio, I just do the EDM test. Let's see if we have EDM electronic, that's promising. Oh, there's something, yeah. And then we have the magazine. You actually can go through pages. Okay, not sure if I'm gonna use that one. Safety cards. That's also a new one, to have the safety card in the IFE system as a digital file. Here we go. I haven't seen something like that before, only as paper or leaflet. Then kids stuff. So there are 3 movies for kids. And a survey, but I'm not going to do this right now. And that's about the overview. So if I go back to menu and to home, and that's the home screen. I would say that's pretty much alright. We have started our descent towards Paris for a short stop before we continue to Rwanda. Half an hour ago we saw Brussels by night. Well, how about Paris by night? Welcome to Paris. Okay, the plan is 45 minutes wait on the ground while the aircraft is being refueled, and we're gonna pick up a few more passengers for Kigali. Luckily we can stay on board here in Paris for the 45 minutes, so we don't have to disembark. And I just had a very nice, very pleasant chat with one of the cabin attendants. Super friendly, and they're very open in terms of photography and filming. I only talked about photos because I was wondering if I could take a picture of the cockpit, and I might in Kigali. And also we have air stairs in Kigali, which means I can take a picture from the outside, and she even emphasized that it's no problem at all. That's wonderful. I already like Rwandair, and I only spent less than an hour on it so far. Oh, very promising still, and I'm looking forward for the meal experience and also for the good night's sleep, hopefully. While we wait for the refueling and the other passengers to board, why don't we have a look at the amenity kit? It's branded Rwandair, and inside we find hand cream, a very white eye mask. Wow, look at this. It's the whitest eye mask I've ever seen. Lip balm. Oh, I will need this now. Pair of socks. And that's it. It's not an overly extensive amenity kit and also a bit strange because usually it contains also a dental kit or a hairbrush. There's also no hairbrush, so it's almost a random selection of amenities, but hey, I'm not complaining. I got an amenity kit. We are soon pushing back from Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport and I got another welcome drink. Not too bad. Boarding is completed and business class pretty much filled up. It's almost full. Maybe 3 or 4 empty seats out of 20. I have just received this information leaflet and the menu. If I want, I can have a topper for sleep, which of course I will ask for one. And let's have a look at the menu. I also just received a drinks menu. It's quite an extensive food option and probably I will go for the beef. And if not, then I'll go for the chicken in case they run out. They even have tortellini. And drink-wise, it looks like this. Dinner is so promising. And we are on our way again.
Que ce vol est entièrement non fumeur. Il est strictement interdit de fumer.
Next stop, Rwanda, in the heart of Africa. And here we have our route for today. Shall we check out the Rwandair business class bathroom? I have quite a bit of headspace in here, unlike in some of the smaller aircraft bathrooms. In here I find the usual equipment and amenities as you would expect at the minimum in any aircraft lavatory. Additionally, this bathroom also offers a baby changing table and of course the toilet itself. No extra amenities such as for example face lotion or anything that would make this bathroom business classy. But wait, I think I know what my mistake is. I ended up in the economy class bathroom. Well, at least now you got to see that as well. Maybe I will check out the business class bathroom as well. These are the headphones and they look noise cancelling, but I will find out shortly. And I see there are Rwandair branded. I don't think they're noise cancelling headphones, but very well covering the ears and sounds pretty good. I'm gonna watch a movie while we have dinner and I think it's gonna be a comfortable movie session. I didn't have to wait long for my dinner to be served and my dine and cinema experience has begun. I have received my appetizer and I have to read it. It's a green lentils curry mixed with creamy sweet potato, pickles, yuzu carrot ribbon and pea shot. And check out this branded salt and peppers and also the plates. While pretty simple, I quite enjoyed the peas with carrots. However, the highlight of the dinner, the main course, is going to make the dinner a hit or a miss. The main course has arrived and I went for the sous vide beef cheek served with mushroom, Duchess potato, braised chiconette and fresh chopped parsley. While the sauce didn't look most appealing at the first glance, I was actually up for a treat. At the end, it's the taste that matters the most. I loved it and I could easily have eaten a second portion. Dessert has arrived. The creme brulee cookie. I'm so full now. But I'm gonna finish the creme brulee cookie. I love creme brulee. And afterwards I will go to sleep. With dinner out of the way, it's time to go to sleep, but before I need to go to the bathroom again, and I might take the chance to actually check out the correct bathroom. The one for business class, I think it's the one that is next to the flight deck. Let's have a look if they have any amenities that we haven't seen before. While there is a bit less headspace due to the narrowing of the airframe towards the front, I already can see the difference in the bathroom interior. Besides the usual sink and integrated hand wash, there's also a face mist and liquid soap available for business class guests. But that's pretty much the only difference as far as I could see. I came back from the bathroom and my bed was made. Well, just a topper was put onto the seat, but so with the topper, the thick blanket and the massive pillow, I think it's gonna be a pretty comfortable night. But let's see how the flatbed position looks like and how the legroom and especially the length of the bed is gonna be. We'll find out. The foot space is pretty wide. I can move very easily my feet. I think there's space for like 8 feet next to each other. And it must be at least 2 meters, if not longer, because I'm not touching both ends. And I am almost 2 meters long. Well, 192 to be precise. This promises to be a good night, but we'll see. I'm gonna check where we are now, and then we will check where I will wake up again. We have just entered Algeria. Good night and see you hopefully somewhere south of the Sahara. Good morning from overhead. I think that's South Sudan, which means I which means I tried to sleep for about 4 hours. The cabin crew just took their breakfast order, but I'm still waking up. I'm sleeping. It looked good, it was spacious, but it was way too hard. And I was not able to make it more comfortable with the firmness setting. I think the firmness setting is mainly for the part where you sit on, but the backrest does not really react, at least, to the firmness setting. So laying on the backrest part of the lie-flat bed was too hard for me. So I was constantly turning, and I believe I did not sleep more than an hour in total combined. And I feel it a little bit now, so I'm looking forward for a coffee. I got my coffee and the mango juice. Morning can start. Good morning, Africa. It looks like we are approaching some weather front, but it's not too well visible because the window, as I said earlier, is not the cleanest. And today for the breakfast I went for the smallest option, which is this coconut chia something with mango pieces. We are only half an hour away from landing in Kigali, and I think it's a good moment to summarize my experience on board with Rwandair in business class. I'm always happy to fly the more rare, shorter A330 version, the -200, so that's already a plus, but that doesn't say much about the comfort and service on board. But the business class aboard the Rwandair on this specific type is exceeding my expectations that I had. So it's a one-to-one configuration, which already is a big plus, which means every seat has an own aisle access. The seat is comfortable in the sitting and lounge position, but in the lie-flat position, it was fairly hard, too hard for me. But space-wise, again, it was very good, so the sleep was a bit of a compromise. On the other hand, again, the lie-flat seat was one of the more spacious business class seats I have experienced lately. It's comfortable on one hand, but at the same time it's not comfortable to sleep, but then it's again very spacious, so it's a bit hard to give a final verdict about business class hard product. Talking about the soft product, which means the service and the food, it was excellent. I loved the food, it was very tasty, and the service, the cabin crew was amazing. Smiling, super friendly, chatty, engaging, and always made sure I have something to eat and to drink, and also proactively prepared my lie-flat seat bed for the night, so no complaints at all from that side. So what shall I say, overall, from my side, a big thumbs up. Welcome to Rwanda. Kigali Airport lays roughly 1,500 meters above sea level, which is equal to almost 5,000 feet, and recently underwent an expansion of its arrival terminal. The Airbus A330 is currently the largest aircraft serving Kigali Airport and its 3,500 meters long runway. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I hope you liked this slightly longer than usual flight review, and please feel free to comment below what I could do better. In the meanwhile, thanks for watching, till next time, bye for now.